Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Danielle Renee and today I am doing something really exciting. My boyfriend actually gave me the idea. I wanted to base a makeup look off of my Septarian that I have. I got this about 5 years ago. It was in 2013. This really helps keep me grounded, makes me feel confident, and I feel a lot more relaxed and in tune with myself when I have this one on me. So that's what I created off of. If you would like to see how I got this look, being inspired by my little baby, then keep on watching. So I have already done my eyebrows. Whenever I'm focusing on my eyes for a makeup look, I definitely always start with my eyes first and then I will do my face afterwards, so it'll make it easier to just clean up all the fallout. And for this eyeshadow look, I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill x Morphe palette. And I'm sure you've probably seen it, but if not, this is what it looks like. My purple shade broke when I dropped it, but I'm going to use some of these shades here. Also, I'm going to take some out of the Modern Renaissance palette, and just because these also have really good transition shades, good quality shadows. Okay, I'm going to start by priming my eyes. I'm going to use the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pod. So I'm going to take that with this Ovani brush. It doesn't have a name, but it's just a flat brush. And I'm going to apply this. I'm going to take my beauty sponge from Real Techniques and just kind of blend it all out. Alright, now that we have our eyes primed, I'm going to set that, and using the Modern Renaissance palette, I'm going to use this tan shade called Tempera. I'm going to take this Chic eyeshadow brush, and this is from IT Cosmetics. And it's the perfect brush just to set your eyes with. It's very big and fluffy. And set everything down, the whole entire lid. So now that our eyes are set, it's going to help all of our next eyeshadows blend on a lot smoother, so you don't have a hard time really trying to blend things out. It should blend a little bit more seamlessly by prepping it and also setting it. So my plan for this eyeshadow look is to definitely go by the colors. I want to have a more yellow mustardy shade for the transition shade and a brown to darken up the outer corners. And I'm also going to make it a very, very slight halo eye. I just want to put it right here in the center of the eyes, and I really want the lower lash line to be smoked out. I have this little guy right next to me helping me with my inspiration. So for the transition shade, I'm going to take this Morphe M504 brush, and it is a very fluffy brush, perfect for transition shades and blending out colors. And I'm going to take Golden Ochre in the Modern Renaissance palette. It's a very nice yellowy transition shade. I'm going to put that all over in the crease areas. Something I like to do is lift up my eyebrow and look down so I can see where my crease is. So now I'm going to add in a second transition color. Take this one right here. And this one is very mustardy yellow, and it's a little bit darker. I want to deepen it up a little bit. To do that part, I'm going to take the Morphe M513 brush, and it's a goat-haired blending brush, and it does have a nice tip to it. And I'm going to focus this look up here and right here where my eye socket is. I'm going to start doing that here and dragging it all the way. Now I'm going to go back into that golden ochre shade and just blend it all together so there are no harsh lines. All right, now I'm going to add brown on the inner corner and the outer corner and just above. And I'm just gonna kind of leave this little area in the middle, very close to my eyes, blank. To set the color in that place, I'm gonna take the Morphe M433 brush. And this is also a goat-haired brush, but it is more flat. So it is good to place eyeshadows and also to kind of blend it. And I'm going to take in the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to take this brown here. It's a very neutral brown. That's why I picked it. I didn't want anything that was too warm or too cool. So I just keep going and dipping, and then I'm placing it here and slightly blending it outward and upward here. And what we're going to do is going to go right up here and over to this side. So now I'm going to take that same brown and put it in the inner corner and move it towards the center. And then also put it right here in the center. Just kind of go back and forth, very soft. But I do want to put the transition back on the top just so you can see it a little bit more. So I want the halo eyes to be even smaller. So what I'm going to do is go back with that Morphe brush I used for the brown. And I'm just going to bring it in a little bit closer to the center of the eye. Okay, so now we're gonna add the halo, and I'm gonna take the Jaclyn Hill palette and use the second shade. This one kind of has a pink undertone to it, and this one is a little bit more yellow, which is what I'm going for here. So to match it, I'm gonna take that one, and I'm gonna take this really small brush from Morphe. It's the M213 brush, and it's super tiny, perfect for what we're gonna be doing. And I'm going to wet it with this Pixie Mixing the Skin Mist. Any type of mist that you have or setting spray will work. Just to wet it to make the shadows a little bit more intense. Okay, now that we put that inside their eyes, I'm going to go back and just clean up around the edges so there's no harsh lines, just to make everything look nice and together. For underneath the brow bone, I'm going to use the Tempera Matte shade, and just to help define the brow. And I'm going to go back with that tiny Morphe brush I just used for my eyes and use that same color I used for my eyes and just highlight up here the very arch of the brow. So now I'm going to take a makeup wipe. Anything you have will work. I have the Kirkland's Daily Facial Towelettes, and I'll just take one of those just to clean up underneath the eyes here. And here I'm going to go straight up towards the brow to add a little bit of wing to it, some sharpness to it. So my face is feeling really dry today, so I'm going to go in with a more hydrating primer. I'm going to take this NYX primer, and it's very hydrating, so that's what we're going to do. Definitely make sure to get down your neck, because you do want to put makeup down there to help match your foundation shade. For my foundation today, I'm going to use the Born This Way from Too Faced foundation, and this is in Golden Beige. And I love this, I love the finish of it, but the color is a little bit too orange on me. So I'm just gonna do one pump of that. And then I'm gonna try taking this Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, because this one is a little bit more neutral and a little bit lighter. This is in the shade Soft Beige. So I'm just going to take that and add just one little dot. So I'm going to mix those two together, and hopefully that will be good enough of a shade for me. No matter what, we'll make it work. And definitely make sure to get some on your neck. And I put more product on my face because I'm going to use my Real Techniques beauty sponge to blend it out. If I was using a brush, I would put less product because you don't need as much. But with the beauty blender, it sucks up some of it. So that is why I use more. And make sure to get right here by your ear to make sure everything matches. For concealer, I'm going to take my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard, and I'm going to conceal my under eyes. Blend that in with my Morphe E8 brush, and this is perfect to blend out concealer. Now to set my concealer, I'm going to take the Park Avenue Princess palette, and I'm going to take the shade Enhance and Halo, the two highlighting shades, and mix those together to set underneath my eyes. I'm going to take my Sigma, it's a tapered highlighter brush, the F35. It's just a nice highlighting brush. Pretty much everywhere we used concealer, I'm going to take this powder over. Now, since my foundation is feeling a little bit tacky, I'm going to take this LA Girl Press powder. And this is in this shade Nude Beige. I'm going to take the Morphe E41 huge powder brush and just lightly dust some powder on to help the rest of our makeup go on smoothly. Now I'm going to go back and finish the eyes. I'm going to tightline with the Smashbox eyeliner, and this is in the shade Fishnet. Take any brush you have and lift up your eye a little bit and tightline. And I'm also going to do the bottom. Next, I'm going to go in with that black shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette. This is the Sigma E15. So any type of brush you have like this will get the job done. So I'm going to go in with that black. And I do not want to make the black go down farther. I just kind of want to set it in place and look at make it look more smooth so it's not such a weird line. So I'm just gonna go in and kind of pat it in and then wiggle. And now with that black, I'm just gonna do right here in the outer corners just to add a little bit of depth. Now I'm gonna take this smudging brush. This is the E36 smudging brush. It's super tiny. And I'm gonna take the brown shade that we use. I'm gonna keep it where the black is and just to blend it out, but I don't wanna go down too far because I'm gonna go back with the transition shade and blend it out even more underneath so it's very smoked out. I'm gonna go in with our transition shade, the mustardy shade, and I'm gonna take this shader brush. This is the Morphe E17. This one has longer hairs to it and it's a little bit more fluffy, so it is gonna help kind of blow it out and not create such a hard line. And then after that, just kind of go through where the crease color is and just add a little bit more color and blend it all together so all looks very to kind of clean up. I'm going to take that highlighting brush and just kind of run underneath it just in case there was any fallout. Now before I do bronzer, I always like to add my highlight. I'm gonna take the OFRA Rodeo Drive and I'm gonna take this Morphe M60 brush. It's a fan brush. I really like this one. So I'm gonna take that and place it here. For the nose, keep it going. Now with our tiny brush, I'm going to take that highlight and put it in the inner corners of my eye. To contour, I'm going to take Princess Cut and Angle to kind of bronze up my face. And to do that, I'm gonna take this crown brush. I love using these brushes for bronzer. They're so big. It's called the Jumbo Cookie Fan. This is the SS03 in crown brushes. And it's just perfect. It's so easy to do and it just looks really good. So I'm gonna take those two colors and warm up the face. And it makes it really easy, just right under the highlight, just kind of move in a motion. This is the Wet n Wild's Apricot in the Middle shade. Has a little bit of shimmer, which I don't mind. And it's just a very nice peach shade. And before mascara, I'm going to go in with my setting spray. This is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. And I'm going to spray that all over my face because my face does look a little bit powdery. So with this, it's going to help everything set into the skin. I'm going to take my Real Technique sponge and set everything into the face. And this is just going to kind of help everything last all day, take away the powder look to your face. So I'm going to throw on some mascara off camera. I'm not doing lashes or anything, just going to I'm going to mix these two, the Tarte mascara and the Lash Blast mascara from Maybelline. Okay, so I just threw on some mascara, and I'm gonna finish off my lips. I'm gonna just do something very natural. This is the Milani lip liner. It's super small, and it's the shade 03, which I think is like neutral or natural. And I'm gonna take that and outline my lips. And I like to fill it in, not all the way to the middle, but just enough on the outside to help the lipstick I'm gonna put on last longer. So I'm gonna take this Milani lipstick, Bahama Beige, number 55, and it is a nice neutral shade. Alright, so this is the finished makeup look. So for the eyes, I absolutely love having just the small little spotlights in the middle, and it's very smoked out, but it looks very seamless. Next, I'm thinking of doing my Spirit Quartz, Amethyst, and Opalite. So if you are interested in that, give this video a thumbs up or comment below and let me know that you would be interested in seeing that. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.